Alright, what's up guys? To be Ronnie, we're back with another video. Today I'm just here to update you guys on what's going on with the Mustang, and this is a problem that is basically holding me back from doing anything with the Mustang right now. I work third shift, right? So I'm going to work, you know, having a normal job. I had to stop and get some gas. I pull out the entrance of the gas station, you know, the car. You know, it jerks a little bit. So after it jerked, the lights on the gauge and the odometer started blinking, like started going up and down, up and down. So basically, I'm gonna show you guys like what it was doing. So basically, like it looked like the alternator was going out, so it basically going up and down, up and down. And I'll hit, and like the roads where I'm at are pretty bad, so I'll hit like a road, boom, like a bump in the road, boom. It'll jump back to normal. So I'm like, okay. I'm just like, okay. So I end up pulling over, checking my battery terminals to make sure they weren't loose. And next thing you know, it keeps doing. I'm like, bruh, I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna drive this bitch to work. So I'm just going down, driving that shit. About the time to go home from work, and I'm driving again, and it's doing the same shit. I'm like, bruh, like what is this? And so I ended up pulling it to home. You know, and I ended up getting my daily on the road that week, so I was perfectly fine with transportation. I'm just in here working on it the next day, going through it, resanded down the block ground, resanded down all the grounds, replaced the battery terminal, replaced the alternator with the bullet one. Hopefully I didn't ruin the alternator. We got to find out though. To be honest, I went around just trying to and just looking for ground. So pretty much this is what I did. You guys might be able to see because I don't have any lights on here, and I don't have my flashlight on me. So pretty much, this is where the battery is at, right? Okay. This is where the battery is at. Took the battery out. The battery's charging on the daily right now. I gotta hook up the jumper cables because I couldn't pull the car out. All right, so I rewired the wiring harness, right, for the alternator. Did that. This right here is a ground. I think it's the depth sensing system. I think somebody did that to pass it. I don't know, but it's like a little wire that comes out right there. You probably can't see that. All right. I replaced the grounds that go to these little clips right here, right? I didn't replace them, but I resanded them down. Resanded the one from the block that goes to this terminal, right? The regular battery terminal. Sanded that down. Sanded this one down. This one was actually broken, so I had fixed it, and it still had a problem, right? So I'm like, bro, like what the fuck could it happen? Next thing you know, next thing you know, the car had a code come up. The code was camshaft sensor. So I'm just sitting there like, yo, like what the hell? Like, if a sensor is the only reason why this shit's not working, I went to AutoZone, I went to Advanced Auto Parts, grabbed like a sensor for like 18 bucks, put it on, code went off. I'm sitting there like, okay. So I'm like, yo, like, matter of fact, let me test the wire. So I took my wire tester, I took one of these, right? And if you on my Instagram, you pretty much know the whole story, but I took one of these, right, which is a wire tester. So I took one of these, plugged it into the camshaft power wire, and next thing you know, this thing is just blinking, blink, 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 blink. I'm like, yo, like, this is like a ground problem, or it looked like a shortage wire, because you know I do have the Mach 1 hood with the vents and shit, so water does get inside of there, but it might just make the wires moist. But like no water gets on the wires or anything. They go on the side of the engines when it rains, and it's been raining like crazy out here like for the past 2 weeks. So I'm thinking like, yo, like what if I need a whole new wiring harness or some shit? But like I'm not trying to say the problem solved. I'm not trying to say the problem solved, but overall, what's going on is I think it's a bad ground because every time I hit something, I think like something was moving, like that wire that I just showed y'all, which was this wire. I think some type of distribution box is going down here. I don't know where the ground goes, but it looks like it's a braided steel ground. So I'm thinking that that's the problem. I got the battery right now, charging on the daily. Oh shit! Right now, charging on the daily to find out if that's even the problem. So I'm not saying the problem solved, but this shit, it's been a nightmare. I worked on this shit for 3 days. 3 days. I could have started stripping it down. As you can see, the fenders, bumper, all that shit's off already. I already shipped them and some of the stuff off. But 3 days, my nigga? 3 days? Alright, but anyway, so what I'm about to do right now, and I hope to God this was the problem. I hope this is the problem. So what I'm about to do right now is I'm about to go take the battery off the Corolla from charging, and then put the battery in the Mustang, crank that shit up, and see what happens. Pretty swell. Battery voltages look fucking phenomenal. what I'm talking about. Talk to me nice, boy. Alright, so I can't find my camera mount, so I gotta put it in my back window. About to go on a test drive, make sure the mic's on. About to see if it's really 100%. So it looks fine though. I literally turned everything on the car. The AC compressor, the windshield wipers, the back window defrost, the headlights, all that. Alright, so I forgot my memory card was full, but we already did one of our first pulls. Gas is looking like it's about to be on E. I'm not putting no more gas in this shit. Everything seems to be fine with it. Nothing's pretty much seems like it's messing up. So you about to do a couple more pulls, see what's going on with that, and then we're gonna be Gucci, bro. All right, y'all, so you already know we fixed that shit. It was that ground, that braided steel ground. I don't know how it came out, but that shit came out, and this thing seems to be back running. So now I can get my inspection, finally. I get my inspection, don't got nothing to worry about for a whole year. Right, I got y'all a little bit more light. All right, so, all right, put the hood on, all right, so basically, I ended up thinking that my battery terminals weren't right, but they were working fine, so they still work fine. They're still good. Battery's still good. Alternator is still charging the battery. It's crazy. So I checked out my fuse with a tester, plugged out my fuse in, all working fine, and then I started getting fuel pump stuff. So I go over here, check the PCM wires. If you guys didn't know, one day I went to Charlotte and I didn't have any fender liner in, and it was rubbing against here. It cut all these wires up, so I had to rewire all these, and basically, I mean, they're fine. They're not shorted out or anything. I'm gonna show you what happens. All right, so this is pretty much what happened, guys. Shit, wrong keys. All right, so I'll plug my key in, turn it right. Turn it down so y'all can see that. All right, so basically, my odometer right here, it'll be like dot, like, I mean not dot, but dash, like all the way across, as if like you're tuning or something, right? All these gauges, we literally be going like this the whole time, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Gas stayed the same, and the coolant stayed the same. The only thing that will fluctuate is the battery, and this stayed the same as well. So the gauges and the battery will go up and down. As soon as I turn on this, no matter what it was, turn this on, or turn my headlights on, and pretty much that was what I was dealing with. So basically I cut it on, try to drive, and as soon as I move the car, it'll start going in and out. Excuse me. So I pretty much knew that there was something either loose or something was either shortage, because I have either my hood let moisture through. As you can see, my hood is weather sealed. So what I did was I went ahead and changed my alternator out. So my alternator is sitting over here, right? So I ended up changing that out, and then I ended up, let me see. All right, and then I ended up basically looking for ground. So the first ground I checked was the one connected to the motor mount, which is the main mount, which is just right here. It goes up under the car, right before the steering rack. It's a bolt that has a wire. You can basically just fire your wire all the way down. So you can follow that all the way down. So I ended up taking this one right here. This ground ended up being This one was actually broken. So I had like a small piece of ground that was just broken. I got a code for my camshaft sensor, right? So I took my camshaft sensor with, oh, I need to bolt this back up. I need to bolt this power steering fluid container back up. And I took my thing and I put my wire right here, my test wire, through this power wire for the camshaft sensor. And it was just blinking. So, I mean, but it's still blinking. So I don't know, but so I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna follow the wire all the way. So, you know, I cut up everything, went through all here, went all the way around. So I was like, you know what, it's probably a connector on this side because when I looked up under the first time when it was actually wet outside, this side of the engine had a little bit of moisture in it. And it still kind of does because when I wasn't running in the fender lining, it had dirt and moisture all up in there. So it was a mixture of oil and dirt just sitting in there. So there was a lot of moisture in there. So I looked over here and I see this steel braided line just sitting down on the metal part. So every time I moved the car, so it was sitting down like right over there. So every time I move the car, it will probably just be bouncing around, sparking on this right here, the body of the car, the frame. So that ended up being the initial problem. So I regrounded that, sanded everything down. I didn't even move the ground, I just left it right there. And I don't even know where the original ground spot is. So I ended up putting that right there, and that ended up being the problem. So I cleaned the car out, as you guys see. It's run good, nothing's fluctuating when I turn anything on. I literally turn everything on in the car. So pretty much that was my problem. That probably ended up wrapping the video for today. Stay tuned to my next video because it's gonna be me swapping out my OEM brakes for the Brimbos that I have in the back of the car. But that's pretty much it I got for y'all today. Just a little wrap up. Yes, I did change the project name from Goblin to Gargoyle, and y'all could probably see like where I'm going like color wise. Thank you guys, everyone that was on Instagram that was giving me like the slightest idea what was wrong. Thank you very much. I took everybody's advice. I took everyone's advice under consideration, and I did look at everything you guys told me to. So I really appreciate you guys on Instagram for giving me help with that. But yeah, so I'm just, bro, look at these fucking waves.